Good morning, folks. Dr. Papa here. We are back in Sky Isles this morning. We are on Thawdesback's island, looking around at some of the stuff that he's done. He's got a smelter going here. He's got his runway of berries. He's got a farm going on over there, and he's got a bunch of wheat farms back here in the corner. So he's done a lot of work getting things up. He and I met online a little bit recently, and I wanted to just showcase him a little bit at the start of this video about farming. Astro Nebula. A couple of really neat things about this island. One, they've set up this little demo right at the beginning of their island that shows the range for the totems and makes it very clear how you should consider setting up your totems to get maximum amount out of each totem. Anyway, Astro had posted in our Discord server that they had a mega farm that was producing millions daily, so I wanted to showcase them. They've got their pineapple over here, and you can see they've got set up here kind of a long line of totems that are pulling from the kind of a football shaped thing, but they've also got some farms that are stacked over here. So me being the kind of tester person that I am, I wanted to look at a combination of production and efficiency. So let's go back to my island. Alrighty then, so down to the lab. Alrighty then, so similar to what Astro had set up, I've got straight totems here. I have also done spreading them out a bit over here. I've done pairing them up so that they can kind of support each other, but yet I've left some gaps in the middle to see how well that's going to do. And then I've done an alternate, alternating back and forth rather than the set pairs here. So let's take a look. This has been running overnight. So we've got 10,000, looks like about 14,000 in that one. That's pulling it all the time. You'll also notice that this one has no wheat currently full grown. And that's because it's just knocking them down. Now on these other ones, you'll notice that there is some full grown wheat, but that's because they're slightly out of range of the totems when I started spreading them out. Not a big deal. Just I could clear those up and that would be fine. But in this one next door, we've got almost exactly the same amount of wheat overnight, but I used right at half the number of totems by putting one in between each one. And we will see that it's a very similar count over here on the alternate. So between this setup or this setup, it really becomes a matter of what do you want to do aesthetically. Now this one here actually cranks things up a notch. Okay, so you can see that we're probably another 30 to 40% of production by doing these pairs like this. Now, I show you all of these in preparation to get to actually this last one. This one, look at how much more we've got on that one. We've still got another couple stacks that are going in the stacked version. Now, these are all 5 of these, and in fact, the 6th one over there are between 12 and 21 totems as far as being used. This is the most complex. It takes 21 totems. and I use that as a baseline to determine how much I could get by spreading the totems out. So this one here was a 50% increase. This one here was an 85% increase. This one here was a 90% increase. And this one here was 120% increase by stacking them and using the falling down through the middle method. However, I've also done two permutations here. You'll notice these totems are tucked in against the side. And this permutation over here is they're spread out a little bit more so that there's not quite as much overlap. Not really a big difference. Again, kind of like which one you want to do here as far as the spread out or tucked in. There's not a lot of difference. But stacking, whether you do it nice and tight up against the corner or you do it spread out this way, it's roughly the same amount of efficiency. The other testing that I did, I can't show you because I've already reconfigured, is I tested whether I could do 3 stacks of potatoes or 5 stacks of potatoes, because you've got this washer down here, and that washer slows everything down. And so don't go above 3 stacks on your potatoes or tomatoes, at least not in my testing. It does absolutely no good. You get no additional value. You'll get no additional throughput coming down here into your things. And I've got more farms to be built down there, but that's what I've been doing, experimenting with farms so that you can decide which way you want to configure your farms and be able to get some decent cash out of it. This has been Dr. Papa playing Sky Isles. Hope to see you online.